Good morning students, myself Renu Yadav and today we will do the revision of Science Class 5 Chapter 7 Interdependence of Living Beings, Plants and Animals. Photosynthesis. Photosynthesis is the process by which plants prepare their own food. Photosynthesis derived from the Greek word photo meaning light and synthesis meaning putting together. This process also requires water and carbon dioxide. Plants are able to absorb rainwater through their roots and receive carbon dioxide from the air through their leaves. The carbon dioxide is in the air as a result of the air that animals, including humans, breathe out. Plants are able to store these chemicals in their leaves. Plant leaf cells are unique in that they also contain special component called chloroplast. Chloroplasts are filled with a green substance called chlorophyll. It is this substance which gives plant leaves their green appearance and enables them to absorb sunlight. When plant cells have water, carbon dioxide and sunlight, the chemical process of photosynthesis occurs. When this happens, the water, carbon dioxide and sunlight join together to form a sugar called glucose plus water and oxygen. In this form, the plant can use the glucose and water for food and release the oxygen back into the air for consumption by animals, including humans. Animals are called consumers because they cannot prepare their own food and depend on green plants directly or indirectly for food. Consumers are of the following types. The first is herbivores. These are primary consumers and depend on plants directly for their food. Example: cow, goat and deer. Second, carnivores. These are animals that kill and eat other animals like lion, tiger, etc. Third, omnivores. These are animals that eat both plants and animals. Example: man, crow, dog, etc. Then decomposers. These include microorganisms like bacteria and fungi that decompose organic matter. This increases soil fertility Decomposers help to recycle nutrients in the environment. And the last type is scavengers. These are animals that eat dead animals like vultures, hyenas. A food chain explains which organism eats another organism in the environment. The food chain is a linear sequence of organisms where nutrients and energy is transferred from one organism to the other. This occurs when one organism consumes another organism. It begins with producer organism, follows the chain and ends with decomposer organism. After understanding the food chain, we realize how one organism is dependent upon another species for survival. A food chain explains the feeding pattern or relationship between living organisms. Trophic level refers to the sequential stages in a food chain. Starting from producers at the bottom, followed by primary and secondary consumers, and ending with decomposers. Here we can see that the food chain starts with a producer, followed by herbivores, then carnivores, and ended with decomposers. Take the correct answer. Children, here few questions are given with different options. What you need to do is read the question and check the correct option as answer. The first question is, the gas green plants use for photosynthesis is oxygen, carbon dioxide, nitrogen, or none of these. First of all, children, what is photosynthesis? The process by which green plants prepare their own food is called photosynthesis, and the gas used in the process is carbon dioxide. So the answer is carbon dioxide. Second, primary consumers are herbivores, carnivores, decomposers, or all of them. Children, primary consumers are directly dependent on plants for their food, like cow, goat, deer, etc. Therefore, primary consumers are herbivores. The answer for the second question is herbivores. Third is, all food chain begins with green plants, herbivores, carnivores, or decomposers. Children, All food chain starts with plants. As plants captures sunlight, the energy, thus the living part of a food chain always starts with plant life and ends with an animal. Second, give two examples of each. Children, here few terms are given and you need to give examples of these terms. First is herbivores. Children, herbivores are primary consumers and depend on plants directly for their food. So, here we need to give examples of those animals who are directly dependent on plants for their food. And the examples are cow, goat. Second is carnivores. Carnivores are the animals that kill and eat other animals. So children, here we need to write down the names of those animals who kill and eat other animals. The examples are lion, tiger. And the third is omnivores. Children, omnivores are the animals that eat both plants and animals. So here we will be writing the names of those animals who eat both plants and animals. And the examples are man, crow. Third, write true or false. Children, here few sentences are given and you need to state whether the sentence is true or false. The first sentence is, animals help in seed dispersal. Children, animals disperse seeds in several ways. Firstly, some plants like the bird have barbs or other structures that get tangled in animal fur or feathers and are then carried to the new sites. Other plants produce their seeds inside fleshy fruit that then get eaten by an animal. The fruit is digested by the animal and the seeds pass through the digestive tract and are dropped in other locations. Some animals bury seeds like squirrels with acorns to save for later but may not return to get the seed. It can grow into a new plant. So the statement, animals help in seed dispersal, is true. Second is, plants use oxygen for photosynthesis. Children, photosynthesis is the process by which plants prepare their own food, and photosynthesis occurs in the presence of sunlight, carbon dioxide and chlorophyll with water, and the output which comes is oxygen and glucose. So children, the sentence plants use oxygen for photosynthesis is false. The correct sentence is plants use carbon dioxide for photosynthesis. Then the third one is green plants are called consumers. Children, green plants are not called consumers because green plants can prepare their food by themselves, and animals are called consumers because they cannot prepare their own food and are dependent on green plants directly or indirectly for their food. So this sentence is false, and the correct sentence is either green plants are called producers or animals are called consumers. Answer the following questions. Children, here few questions are given and you need to answer those questions. First question is, what is a food chain? Give an example. And the answer is the chain in which there is flow of energy from producers to decomposers. Example, plant, the producers are eaten by herbivores. They are the primary consumers like a deer. Then the herbivores are eaten by carnivores. Those are secondary consumers like a tiger. And then the carnivores decomposes into organic matter by decomposers like a worm. Children, a food chain refers to the order of events in an ecosystem where one living organism eat another organism and later that organism is consumed by another larger organism. Like here in the example, the deer eats plants and the tiger eats the deer. The flow of nutrients and energy from one organism to another at different trophic levels form a food chain. The food chain also explains the feeding pattern or relationship between living organisms. Second question. What will happen if all carnivores are removed from the food chain? Children, in this question we need to answer that what will be the situation if all the carnivores are removed from the food chain. First of all, who are carnivores? Carnivores are the animals that kill and eat other animals. Let us see what the answer is. If we remove all carnivores from the food chain, the population of herbivores will increase. This will result in decrease in number of plants on the earth. Children, the carnivores keep the populations of other carnivores and herbivores in check. If there were no carnivores, the herbivores populations would explode and they will rapidly consume large amounts of plants and fungi, growing until there is not enough food to sustain them. How are plants and animals interdependent? Children, in this question, we need to explain how plants depends on animals and how animals depends on plants. The answer is, first we will discuss about dependence of animals on plants. All animals depends on plants directly or indirectly for food. Animals depends on plants for oxygen that is produced during the process of photosynthesis. Children, animals depends on plants for food. We studied about a food chain where the tiger ate the deer and the deer ate the grass. So the deer is directly dependent on plant for food, and as the tiger is eating the deer, so the tiger is indirectly dependent on plant for the food. And plant used to produce their food by the process of photosynthesis, in which a gas is produced which is oxygen, and animals depends on plant for oxygen so that they can respire. Secondly, dependence of plants on animals. Animals breathe out carbon dioxide which plants use for the process of photosynthesis. The decomposed body of animals add nutrients to the soil. Animals help in seed dispersal and insects help in pollination. Children, not only animals but plants are also dependent on animals. Animals breathe out carbon dioxide which is used by plants for the process of photosynthesis. Without carbon dioxide, photosynthesis process is incomplete and the plants will not be able to make food for themselves. Therefore, animals breathe out carbon dioxide which is used by plants for the process of photosynthesis. And when the animal dies, then its body is decomposed into organic matter which provide fertility to the soil. It increases the fertility of the soil, and decomposers helps to recycle nutrients in the environment. And animals also helps in seed dispersal, and insects helps in pollination. Children, plants produce food and oxygen through the photosynthesis, and these are used up by animals for nutrition and respiration. They are hence called producers and occupy the first trophic level. These animals use oxygen and the food prepared by plants as source of energy and release carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide is used by the plants for photosynthesis. Also, when animals excrete or are degraded after death, the minerals and nutrients from their bodies are absorbed by the plants again. Hence, they are interdependent on each other. Revision worksheet. Children, here few questions are given and you need to give the answers of these questions by yourself. First is check the correct answer. Children, a question is given with different options and you need to check the correct option. The first question is, the ultimate source of energy on the earth is, and the options are sun, green plants, herbivores, or all of them. Second question is, nutrients are returned into the soil by, and the options are decomposers, producers, carnivores, or herbivores. Second part, give 2 examples of each. Children, here few terms are given and you need to give 2 examples of each term. First is scavengers and second is decomposers. Third, write true or false. Children, here few sentences are given and you need to state whether the sentence is true or false. First, a balance is essential between plants and animals. And second, carnivores are secondary consumers. Fourth, answer the following questions. Children, here few questions are given and you need to answer them. First question is, distinguish between producers and consumers. Here you need to explain the difference between producer and consumer. Second, list the causes of imbalance in nature. You have to explain the causes which results in imbalance in nature. And the third is, rewrite the food chain given below correctly. Children, a food chain is given to you with deer, plants and lion and you need to rewrite this food chain in the correct order. With this, the revision of lesson 7 is completed. Thank you.